What's up guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to achieve that bloomy, dreamy look without buying this filter that I have on right here, which is the diffusion, moment diffusion. As you can see the difference, if you look at the lights here, I actually got on a 5% RON right now. So added 20% on top. You see how it just softened up everything? Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to achieve that look without buying this filter. So on top of that, I'm also going to show you guys how I color grade my S-Log2 footage. As some of you might know, I already have a free S-Log2, link in the description, that you can download totally free. And if you want my look on top of that, you can also do that. But anyways, let's open up Final Cut Pro. As you can see, I just got the new MacBook Pro M1 chip finally. So this is my old MacBook. Do I like the new one? Oh yes, it's so much faster and I don't need to make proxies with it, so that's perfect with me. I just shoot, plug in, and start editing. No wasted time with importing and just making proxies and waiting and waiting and waiting. So finally I can start to, make a little bit more content for you guys with a better workflow. Okay, so I shot this clip with my A6500. Yeah, it's in my car. But basically I used the A6500 for like 2 years. And this is the clip that I shot with that camera using the 9mm Laowa. Yeah, this is also shot in S-Log2. As you can see, it's really flat looking. That's actually the real-time speed, so I was actually moving that fast. If you click on here, click, and then click on the info bar up here, you can actually see the resolution that I shot this in. 9020, 1080, so normal HD, with shooting 50 frames per second. So when shooting 50 frames per second, I can slow it down 50% because this is a 25p timeline. So just automatic speed. And by the way, I'm using Final Cut Pro. You can use whatever program you want. It works both ways. So a quick tip if you want to smooth out your footage is to slow down your footage, because then it will appear smoother. Alright. So before I'm going to teach you guys how to add that bloomy, dreamy look, I'm going to add my free S-Log2 LUT. So we click on this effect here, search for custom LUTs, drag that on top or double tap here. I use this. So here on my effects bar, click, and then S-Log2 correction LUT. You see how much difference that makes? Let me turn off the S-Log2 LUT. This is what it looks like. You see how flat? And add my LUT. Boom. Now this looks already good, but we're not aiming for good, we're aiming for great. So what you can do is add another custom LUT. So under the first one, and then you can choose. So I got two LUTs, one that's a little bit more heavy and one that's more subtle. The heavy one is the Hurabel 7. Okay, so you see what difference it makes? This is flat, and then I added the S-Log2, then I added the Hurabel 7. It just gives it more life. Now keep in mind, this is only a proxy clip. I don't have the original file, so whatever color grading I do on this footage, it's not going to look as good as if I had the original clip. Okay, so for the bloom effects, I want my highlights to bloom. So what I do is that I click on this, Command C to copy, and then Command V to paste. So now I got two of the exact same clips here. I just add the second one on top, and then I click on the bottom one, and then I click V for Vivian. So it disables the bottom clip, and then you take the top clip, click on that, go to Effects, type in key, Luma key, and then click on this. So as you can see, I added a Luma key, and then on the Luma key you need to drag these bars. So what I usually do is that I take these two bars and drag it like this. You see what happens to the footage? If you were to say what's the brightest part of this images, of course it's going to be the windows and this part. So what I did is that I dragged the Luma keyer to only highlights the highlights, because I only want to add the dream effect on my highlights, the brightest part of the image, which I got here now. So once that you're kind of finessed this, you can then go to Effects and search for Gaussian. Add Gaussian on top. So you see what happened is that it added Gaussian blur on top of the whole image. So what I can do is that this is too much. So if I were to enable my bottom clip, you see how this is too much? I can turn down the opacity on the top clip. Yeah. So about 37%. If I turn off the Gaussian blur, this is before, this is after. But yeah, that's basically how you add a dreamy look to your footage. What's so great about doing this post-production is that if you don't want that dreamy look, you can always add it on later. While if you have on this filter all the time, you can't just remove the dreamy look, you know what I mean? That's it guys. If you guys watched this far, use the code HUI40 to get 40% off on my cinematic LUT. It's going to be limited amount, so about 20 people will get the cinematic LUT for 40% off. So if you use the code HUI40, you will get 40% off. And if that doesn't work to you, you can still get 20% off by typing in HUI20. So yeah, that's it guys. See you in the next one. Peace. See you. See.